What's up, people? This is episode 13 already of the Two Buds podcast. These are my two co-hosts, B Money, Be Easy, Blake Barcelona,
How we doing?
and my newest co-host, and now third member of the Two Buds podcast. Whether he knows it or not, he may just be finding out right now. He goes by Chuck in the real world. His internet slogan now is D period snuts. So if you're looking for him, if you're looking for him, look for D. If you're looking for him, look for D's nuts.
I'm D Snuts. Thank you very much for having me back. Thank you for welcoming me as a co-host until y'all are sick and tired of hearing from me. And at that point, let us know in the comments. But let's go.
Yeah. Everybody, we need you to like and subscribe. We're posting content every day. I'm grinding harder than a stripper who's 2 months past doing her rent.
Facts.
I'm grinding like a goddamn welder posting these videos. We posted 75 videos in 3 weeks. Wow. What that equates to, I don't know, but I'm grinding posting these bad boys. And I need some goddamn help. And I recruited two of the best. The audio video guy and the fucking wild boy. You guys haven't really got to know Blake the way I do. Mm-hmm. Seemed like such a pleasant guy interviewing my daughter. Little do they know what he was doing behind the scenes. So
well, that sounds a little crazy. But hey, you never know what I was doing behind the scenes.
No, I'm just saying, you can't, on all the videos I've edited so far, you come off like a nice guy, but
oh, thanks.
That may come into question with some of your stories in the near future.
A backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Well,
shit.
That's how we operate.
How we operate.
You keep it 100, man.
I mean, the way that this whole thing happened was actually pretty crazy. Because me and you, Chuck, we were definitely friends. We had that bond. We were both from Philly.
Yup.
But me and B were with each other all day, every day. We had like a super strong bond in the Navy. Then we went our separate ways. And I decided to start this podcast. And literally right after I posted the first one, he reached out, and then it was like, bang, we're right back at it. Like we didn't just go 12, 13 years without hanging out, talking to each other. It was right back to where it was.
Yep.
So that that right there makes this whole thing worth it already, whether we stay at 60 subscribers or go to 6,000, wherever the limit may be. Well, we got to start somewhere. Yep. So if you're listening to this, please hit the like button, subscribe, share. If you're advanced, there's a little bell there. You can click the bell. That way, as soon as I post a video, it'll notify you.
Get them notifications.
But basically, reuniting with old friends and just having a reason. We wouldn't just sit up. We really wouldn't make this time normally if we weren't recording it and trying to do something with it.
Yep. And it's been every night.
Yeah, every night me and B are fucking putting our kids to bed and then hopping on here. Shout out to the wife. You guys could give your own shout outs, but shout out to my wife. She's been
big ups.
Super tolerant with letting me do this shit. So like and subscribe just for that. Mm-hmm. I tricked the old lady into letting me talk to my homies for fucking an hour every single night. And it's got to be quiet while I'm recording.
Worked out great. Shit. Yeah.
Tricked them.
But it's one of those things where it's like, she'll encourage me until 1 week out of the month. You know what I mean? Then she's
It's
not
about
quite
that.
as.
It's about that give and take. You know what I mean? She lets you do what you do with the boys, and then when it's her time, absolutely, man. Smart men go running back to them, make them happy. You know what I mean? Then you get to come back to the boys again and fucking do it all over again.
But also, I assume that she just stopped watching the videos already because I posted 60 of them, and she don't really give a shit.
She hasn't come back to you yet. Like, what the fuck did
But
you talk?
I was literally just in the kitchen, and I posted a video today, the 6th of September, and the first words that came out when I pulled my phone up were this. I don't remember the exact terminology I used, but I said smoking hot. This smoking hot Irish and Italian. Soon as I turn my phone on, it says that in the kitchen. The kids, the wife, she's like, maybe I should start listening to your podcast again. So for the record, if the people are actually following these episodes, that was way before I met my wife. That was before I joined the Navy. I was just using an example of being confident in my skill set of getting girls to let me touch them a little bit here and there. I posted a video that if it gets 10 likes, instead of starting an OnlyFans.
Yeah, so definitely like the video, please.
But no one I got trolled. It was a part 1, part 2. Everybody liked the part 1, but I asked for the likes on part 2. It's got 0 likes right now. So
hit part 2 up and make sure you like that video.
I consider that a win.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And shout out if you already been watching us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
If you have
reach out.
Fuck
you got any questions? Reach out. Leave comments. That helps the algorithm. That's the whole goal, is to get our videos out there as much as possible.
It's all about the algorithm.
Bob, I got a question for you, man. What was it that made you even want to start this podcast in the first place?
Well, the original idea was like right after I got out of the Navy.
Mm.
And we did a podcast called the Bobcast, which didn't last. I think it was about 10 episodes.
Okay. Is there any content in the archives, or?
I wouldn't even. I mean, it's on
the archives.
It's on SoundCloud. You can still find it, but it's tough. I'm telling stories that I would never. I mean, they're all true.
Of course.
But I would never tell them on here now, with the chance of my wife being able to hear that. So if you want to hear some dirty shit, find me on SoundCloud, the Bobcast. It's a picture of my mug attached to a cat's body, so you can look that up. I'd rather you watch this.
Your wife's gonna go right to that.
She don't want to. My dad heard it and was disgusted with me.
Damn, that's saying a lot too, especially seeing your fucking cock and balls in A school.
Well, this was before I had a daughter. Having a daughter will change. I don't want to talk about that shit anymore now that I have a daughter. So that was pre-daughter. Mm-hmm. So you won't hear me talk like that anymore. If you actually do like hearing the stories and you want to hear an X-rated one, you can find that. But it's embarrassing. I couldn't even listen to it. Anyway, that's when I originally liked the idea of doing it. And I thought I was okay at it at the time. Probably not. I probably still ain't now, but I'm going to work on it.
Nah, man. But it's all about growth.
Yeah. I've been at my job for so long too that I've kind of been getting bored. I run an operation. I got guys and I know everything now. I want my brain to keep working, learning. So part of that is another reason why I started this. Third reason, my boy Clifton, who you have seen on these episodes already.
Skittliness.
He called me one day and we had a nice long conversation about him running into Elon Musk, him working at Tesla, Silicon Valley, that life. And I'm like, damn, this is interesting. Like, people might want to hear it. So then, literally one day, I texted him, like, yo, you busy? So I just popped Skype open, hit record, and called it episode 1, which obviously you can find that on here. But yeah, he was pretty much the reason. And then he failed to tell me that he's a super busy man. And then B reached out in the comments.
Home Depot, boss.
My man, he has to go grocery shopping, but he works at a grocery store, so he could have just got shit before he left work. So we got to check that story out.
Fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fact check. We'll check that out next time we have him on. Anyway, and that's what brings me to Blake Barcelona, who just reached out, said I want to get in on this, and then me and him fucking knocked out like 7 episodes, 8 episodes, 9, 10. I think, yeah, probably 9 of them are me and him. And then when we interviewed Acuna, the shark, 10% shark, 100% human.
The dancing shark.
When we interviewed him, he brought you up, and then that's what made me reach out to you.
And now,
so
on the move.
Let's let the people know a little bit about you. Just a quick rundown. Where are you from?
In the backwoods of Louisiana. We done talked about this. No. Yeah, I'm from New Orleans. And about it. What else? You know, I need bullet points.
So
I like to hunt and I fish. I'm a professional fisherman.
There we go.
Years.
There we go.
Offshore. Big shit.
Do you got any content online that we could check out?
Yeah, I got a lot of shit I could probably send you, and we can figure that out. But yeah.
Yep.
Go on my TikTok and my Instagram and all that shit.
Oh yeah, check us out on TikTok too, by the way. Two Buds Podcast on TikTok. You can find Blake on there through the Two Buds Podcast and watch his fish, all his viral videos.
Fish videos.
Those things are fucking badass, though, man.
Let me just ask you a series of questions then and drag this shit out of you.
That's what you need to do if you want fans. You got to dig deep.
What was it? They're not. We're trying to get new fans. They're not going to just all go back and watch every video. So we're going to have to recycle some of this information and beat it into the people's heads. What was your job in the Navy?
I was an aviation ordnanceman.
Where did you go to A school?
Same place you would. No, Pensacola.
Tough fucking interview here. That's why he's the co-host.
The man of mystery.
He just pops in when he needs to. He's not going to give you that fucking speech.
He gets all close. He's like, I went where you went.
Am I right?
All right, so what do we got so far? We got old boy from Louisiana, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great parents. Didn't come from a broken home. I met both of his parents. They're awesome people. His dad's hilarious. His mom's the sweetest.
They're not broken yet. No. Full home. Nice family. I got a little 6-year-old little girl. And that's about it.
We'll work to that. That's why I'm asking you these questions one at a time.
Oh, I didn't know
you just skipped 12 years of your life. So, from A school, you get stationed where?
San Diego.
HSC 21 San Diego, which is where all 3 of us ended up meeting. All right, let's move on to these nuts, because this is like watching paint dry for the people here. Just know, B seems nice and calm right now. But you catch him doing 175 in a Beamer on the interstate on a Wednesday.
Watch out.
That sounds like a story.
That's a story.
There you go. We'll get to that. We'll get to that hopefully in the next episode.
I just gave Fritz a little information today, but I didn't tell him the whole story.
Just dropping gems on him, let him pick them up.
I don't think I said my name once. I guess that don't matter.
Not in this podcast, but
what would you guys call me?
Fritzy.
Bob or Fritz? Bob Fritz.
Fritzl.
It's a hyphenated version of my actual name, but people don't need to know all that yet. All right, Chuck. Put on a clinic of telling somebody a little bit about yourself.
My name is Chuck. I am 43 years old from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. West Philadelphia is where I was originally born at, and then I moved down to South Philly before I went to boot camp in 2009 at 30 years old. I went to A school in Pensacola, where these fine gentlemen went, but I wasn't in class with them. I didn't see them yet down there. I didn't meet them until I got stationed at HSC 21, which is where I met these guys. Put in 4 years with them, got out of the Navy, decided to stay in San Diego, went to school, started working. Recently moved down to Houston, Texas, so that I could be with some humble, beautiful souls, and I absolutely love it down here. And I've been down here for about a year and a half, trying to plant my roots and establish myself.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. All right, I'm gonna take another stab. So B, why? Why did you decide to join this podcast with me?
Because, man, you get to catch up with your homies that you would normally talk to. And then you could do it on like a regular basis. And there's still stories, shit that I don't remember that were really funny that you're going to remember. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll end up pulling these stories out of each other that we didn't even think of.
Yep.
That's the whole point.
Yep.
And
randomly, but go ahead.
Also, for the people listening to this, long term, I don't plan on having this be a strictly military podcast, but all three of us are veterans, and a combination of us three will be on every episode.
Talking like some current events and some random shit.
Yeah. So, like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Check us out on YouTube. Do we have an Instagram yet?
Within 48 hours, our Instagram will be up and popping. I just need to get a channel to be able to funnel all the videos into it.
So we got YouTube and TikTok.
We'll have Instagram.
At the Two Buds Podcast. Oh, the name. Let me talk about the name. Were you finished your explanation there, B, or did I cut you off?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember. You cut me off.
I fucking knew it. So, the name. That's a good question for me to ask myself. Thank you guys for thinking of this. Why did you come up with the name The Two Buds Podcast? Oh, great question. Well, actually, it was going to be me and Clifford originally. He's a pothead. I'm a pothead. I believe in the power of the medical, recreational marijuana of any kind. Not huge into the edibles, but I do like to smoke me some reefer. So the Two Buds thing had a couple meanings. Me and him are buds, buddies. Buds like fucking the flower, the old Mary Joanna. And then spelling it like they spell buds for the Navy SEALs was like the trifecta of the three things that tied into the Two Buds podcast name.
Oh, intricate.
And that's what the power of marijuana will do for you. It helped me think of that.
Isn't that like a double entendre or something like that?
I don't even. Whatever it is, it's a triple.
It's triple entente, nigga.
Triple entendre. Maybe we'll have to Google that. We'll have to Google that. See if it makes sense. Leave it in the comments. Let us know if you used that word correctly.
I did. That was back in like 7th grade.
All right, so
I did something. I remember
we all ended up at HSC 21 Blackjacks, San Diego, on Coronado, beautiful island. You should Google that. Fucking was an awesome place to work.
Nice.
We worked on helicopters. Me and B worked on the weapon systems. What exactly did you work on? The
weapon systems?
No, you. These nuts.
The weapon systems?
You?
Yeah.
Were you a computer guy?
Yeah. We did the computers for weapon systems, communication, sonar, radar, navigation. But our shit never broke, so I was that plane captain. I just stayed out on a flight line.
Was it anything that basically had a screen in the helicopter? You had a part in that?
Yeah. Like me and us and the AEs are identical.
What be?
Like a cannon plug and a screen and boxes and shit.
Mm-hmm. But like, so ATs and AEs, when you go to boot camp, your rate is actually called an AV. And then they split you up between the two depending on your ASVAB scores and stuff like that. But when you go into boot, you start as an AV, and then they split you to either an AT or an AE.
And you ended up in an AE?
AT. Yeah.
I had a 50-50 shot there. I fucking blew it.
It happens.
And you just said
it. Shot, though.
I'm a shot
I wasn't going to go there and mention it, but yeah, I did. But it's all right, man. Chances make champions.
Well, and if you guys can't already tell, I'm relentless at trying to be successful at something that I really want to be successful at. I wish I would have had that mindset with other things when I was younger, and I probably would be making a fuck ton more money now. But I am where I am. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. But this is my new thing, and I'm going at it 100%. Every free chance I get, I'm listening to the podcast. I'm making shorts out of it. I'm posting the shit. Some of it's good, some of it's not. A decent amount of people in my eyes are viewing it. So, for one, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
And two, I'm not just going to do this for another week or two and then have 70 videos just sitting on the internet forever. I'm gonna keep going at this thing, even if it's us three talking to each other every day for a year. I'm committed. I'm gonna bring you boys along for the journey.
Facts.
I'm here for the journey.
All right, so sign us out, babe. What should the people do?
Like and subscribe, man.
If you want to see more of this clown.
Hey, B, why don't you tell them where they can find us?
On the internet.
You can find us on YouTube at Two Buds Podcast. Find us on TikTok at Two Buds Podcast, and Two Buds Podcast coming soon to Instagram when I get off my lazy ass and do it.
That's why he's here.
And you could also Google Black Ice in Maui, and we should be able to find us in one of the first videos.
That sounds like there's a story behind that one.
There's a story. I think you're going to have to go back and watch the Black Ice in Maui episode.
Copy that.
Yeah.
All right, people. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Help us. We're at 60 subs on YouTube. We're just looking to hit that 100 mark and then go from there. Tell your buddies. Tell your friends, like, share, tell your mom. Get them to subscribe. Make an account for your dog and subscribe to that. Whatever you got to do to help us out.
And then if someone wants to set us up a Patreon too, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Patreon.
Yeah, then maybe I could retell them podcast stories.
Put that shit behind the wall. Smart.
All right, boys. I'll talk to you.
Peace.